It's Froggy here. Well, after 15 years, my old incinerator badger disposal has given up the ghost. So anyway, I bought the same thing to make the installation easy. It's a low horsepower one, but the original one lasted 15 years, so I guess this one should be okay. Now I'm going to go quickly through some of the easy stuff, and then I'll get to the hard stuff. I took all the stuff out from underneath the sink, of course. Now there's a few things you have to disconnect before you get it out. Excuse me for going out of frame there, but this is the major draining pipe right here, the connection that goes up to the disposal. This is for the dishwasher, which you may or may not have, depending on if you have a dishwasher. 1, 2, and power is the other one. There's my power cord is out. So you disconnect those three things. Now you've got to twist this collar, and I'm having trouble with it. It needs to go that way. So I took a pipe like that, and I've been using a hammer on the other end of the pipe and just kind of tapping on it, hitting it, and it's really tight. So I'm going to try a couple of screwdrivers in these holes, and what I'm thinking is maybe I'm putting too much pressure on one spot to get it to twist, because it shouldn't really be this hard. But I'm going to try the 2 screwdriver method, 2 hands, 2 screwdrivers, and I'll get back to you if I get it off. It's going to come off one way or the other. Okay, well that did it. 2 screwdrivers. As I suspected, I was just concentrating too much force on one part of the whole circle, so I spread the force into 2 places. If I had 3 hands, I'd do it in 3 places, but little joke there. Anyway, 2 screwdrivers would be a good way to go if you're having trouble getting this off. Now I'm going to take this down, and then I'll show you the rest of it. The next step is you're going to take your old power cord and move it over to the new one, because they want to save 50 cents, so they don't give you a new power cord. The original one, these are crimped on, so I'm going to go out in my garage and find out some kind of a wire nut or a wire connector. And black to black, white to white. Whoops. Well, that isn't white to white, is it? Okay, I'll have to help you out with that. Usually these cords will have some kind of a marking on them that tells you which one goes. Yeah, see, the black side of the cord has this printing on it. I think you can see that in the video. And the side that goes to white is going to have, the side that goes to white is going to have these little strips. It's just like, I don't know how to describe it. It's got little tiny lines on it. So that's the white side. The side with the printing goes to the black. The one with the little tiny lines on it goes to the white. Froggy's got some closed-end pigtails here that are about the same size, so that should do the trick. I've also probably got some of those twist-on ones, but this will work. It's nice to have a special crimping tool. So I'll give you a picture of it when I get it switched over. Okay, here we go. We got our connections made. Remember, the one with the little stripes on it goes to the white. The one with the writing on it goes to the black. Our ground is connected. We're going to tuck all that in there and put our strain relief. We'll just reuse this strain relief. That's so that this doesn't get cut on this sharp edge. And then our wiring will be done. Now, There is a shortcut if you were going to use the same mounting system, the same disposer, same mounting system. You can just clip this new one back right onto that underneath. But I'm going to replace that because the this one is nicer, and you know there's some rubber pieces that are damaged here. It's like sort of anti-splashback is damaged, so I'm going to replace this too. So I'm going to go underneath, and there's 3 screws and a snap ring, and that should come out. I'm going to show you on this new one the 3 screws. Just loosen them up, lefty-loosey. And the snap ring is right there. You can see where it's split. And then you just put a screwdriver under there and pop that snap ring off. So I'm going to go under and do that, but I just showed you what I'm going to do right here. Then this whole thing comes apart. Okay, here's the old one. This is what I was telling you was damaged, so I wanted to put the new one in. What happened is this piece is supposed to stay with the disposer main unit, and it ended up peeling off of that and getting stuck here into this assembly, this mounting assembly. But we've got a gasket, a plate, the ring with 3 screws in it, and there's your snap ring that I got loose, and all that stuff's going to be on the new. So here's the new one, and I don't see my snap ring. Oh, there it is. The snap ring is there. So yeah, we're all set. I am going to jump ahead, and I'm going to put this piece on the new one. They give it to you, so you don't have to reuse the old one. But while I've got it sitting here nice and in a good position, I'm just going to put that on there. Okay, I'll show you when I'm done. I'm going to transfer this and this because they don't give you those. That's considered part of your household plumbing, I guess. And these are in good shape, so I'll just transfer those onto this pipe. Got that new one all put together. There's a gasket in here that they give you, and I'm a big fan of blue Loctite, so I put a little on here because this thing vibrates quite a lot, and I don't want any of these things. I put some on here, not on the electrical connections, of course, but I put some on here and here, and yeah, that's probably it. But I don't want these things coming loose. So we're done there. We have to install this new piece. So we're going to have to clean up the old one. Once you get the bottom end of it off, the top will just pop out. You're going to want to clean that up. You put a bucket underneath. See, this has got plumber's putty. So you have to clean off all the old plumber's putty. And I've got some new plumber's putty that I'll put in there. And we'll put this mount back together and then attach the disposal. Hey, I'm back. I took a little lunch break. Oh, I sure like those Costco chicken bakes. Anyway, I cleaned this up. Alright. And now I'm going to take my new connector apart. So I need this top part here, and I am going to use some plumber's putty. Now I'll show you how to do that. You've got to use plumber's putty on this connection, otherwise you will get a leak. A new piece is going to go in just like that, and you can see there's some space in there. So I haven't got it. This is just like clay. You know, it's not clay, but use it like clay. You're going to make one long, continuous, like a big cigar circle. And you're going to make sure it's thick and even all the way around. And then press it down in there, and then all the rest of this is going to go on the bottom side, and it's going to draw it down so that it'll squeeze out any excess and make a nice seal for you. Okay? You can see I've got quite a lot of that. This is a little, what is it, 9 ounces, and I probably used a quarter of it maybe. And you got to be careful where they come together. Now I'm going to overlap that, and I'm going to knead it, K-N-E-A-D, knead it until it's filling up that hole there. There you can see I pressed it in there, and there's a little bit coming out. Now I'm going to go underneath, and everything's going to attach just like this. This is going to go first underneath, uppermost. Then this is going to go over it like that. And then the snap ring is going to go next. And then this piece. So I'll show you when I'm finished. I need 2 hands, so I can't really show you as I do it. A little trouble with the snap ring pushing up to get it on. It was pushing the top piece up. So I'm just put a towel down there, and I put the old disposer there to give me a little bit of pressure down so I can get that snap ring on. Well, I had a hard time getting that snap ring on. Maybe you'll be lucky and get it on right away. The instructions say just to spread it and put it over the lip, which is this lip here. And but it's easier said than done. Anyway, just to be clear, now when you're on the bottom side, the snap ring is the last thing. Well, let's get rid of this rubber because the rubber's in the wrong place anyway. Hold on. So, let's make believe we're under the sink. This is going to be looking like this. The snap ring is the last thing that's going to go on. This is on the top side. So what I did was I took a little connector, a little electrical connector. I trimmed one end of it, and I put the other end over the snap ring, and then I just spread it like that, which makes it big enough to go over there. It'll probably pop now. To go over there like that, there. And then I just kind of pop this out of the way. Well, it came off, but it worked when I was underneath. That's a little trick that I came up with. You may or may not need to use it, but if you do, there it is. There you go. So I'm all installed now. I just got to tighten up those 3 screws, and this section here, whatever they call it, is ready to go. And I'm ready to put my new disposal back on there. When you start tightening up these 3 screws, don't go too tight. You can see some of the plumber's putty is squeezing out there, which is good. I mean, that's okay. And just leave it alone. You don't have to do anything with it. And the same thing on the top side. If you go too tight on these, if you're a strong guy or gal and you go too tight, you're just going to end up bending these ears here. So, you know, I think that's pretty good right there. I can't give you a torque specification or anything like that. Use your judgment, but if you see these things look like they're starting to bend or something, stop. Clean this out some. Get a little bit more clean out there. But just so that you have a good, clean connection here. If you had to, you could replace this hose, but this looks plenty good to me. So we've got 3 connections to do here to put it back in. First, plus we're going to just take the disposer and put it up there and twist it a little bit, it's going to lock into these. These have like a slant to them so that it locks on. And then we got one there, one here in the power, and that's it. So let's get going. This thing's taking too long. If you're hooking up a dishwasher drain, just take a screwdriver and a hammer and knock this plug out, and then retrieve it from inside of here and discard it. If you're not hooking up a dishwasher drain, then leave this alone, otherwise you'll have a leak. Okay, I put some grease on the slides that these little tabs are going to lock onto, just to make it turn easier, and I'm ready to go under and mount this. Okay, I got my dishwasher connected, got my drain right there connected. On these tabs up at the top, you got to get them all the way so that this tab is up against this. It's not really a tab, but this part of the triple screw thing all the way. It's kind of hard. You really got to put some muscle on it, and they'll snap. They kind of snap when they get all the way over there. But see how that's, it's not touching it actually, but it snapped. There's a little locking thing there that you get over that locking thing and it snaps. So make sure you get that all the way tight. Okay? So take one last look at it. You're ready to plug it in, put some water in it, check for leaks. Okay, Froggy's going to wrap it up. It works, it runs, doesn't leak. I didn't put any food down it yet, but it'll work. Now, that took me a while. Of course, you don't always replace that piece, but it looks nicer, so I thought it makes sense to replace it. And I gave you a couple of extra Froggy tips that I made up as I went along. The one using the 2 screwdrivers instead of hammering on one tab, and also the one about using this to get the snap ring spread wide enough. So there you go. I hope you can get yours in pretty good. You can post questions if you have any. Pretty good about answering all the comments and questions. I've been doing this for a few years now, so keep them coming. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you want more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel. It's free. There are all kinds of tips and ways to save money and do it yourself. See you later, guys and gals. Froggy out. Bye-bye.